Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm going to do a strength training workout, a seated strength training workout today for you. And we're also going to do the last of the stretches that unfortunately my tablet cut off on the end of the stretches of my last video. So we didn't get to quite finish those. So we're going to do those today. And we're going to be using dumbbells today. So I'll show you what I have. These are just some adjustable dumbbells. You can use whatever you have available. If you have some small dumbbells available at home, great. If not, you can use canned food, you can use water bottles, you can use half-gallon jugs, whatever you have around, anything that's heavy, do your best to just modify with that. Now I'm going to do these, once we get into them, I'm going to do them in the chair. And unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see my feet because I would have to be so far back that you would not be able to really see me at all. So we're going to go with a little closer position. I'm just going to give you a very, very short little warm-up here before we get into it. Again, I looked into the music issue. There are some options for using uncopyrighted music, but it sounds like the general advice is do not do that, since there's a chance that even if you think you're doing everything by the book, YouTube might take your channel down. So I don't want to risk that. I want to keep putting out videos for you guys. And again, feel free to go ahead and add your own music at the end there, or during the video, excuse me, not at the end, the whole video. So feel free to turn on some tunes that you like. All right, so we're just going to keep walking. Like I said, just very short little warm up here. Just going to let the breathing start coming up a bit more. Deeper inhale, deeper exhale. And then go ahead and stop the feet, and we're going to do some rotations. So the other thing I was going to tell you is that I'm going to be doing shorter videos more frequently because I have a couple of problems. I have limited space on my tablet. I did restore it yesterday on iTunes, so I have a little bit more space on it now. But I don't want it to keep cutting out on my videos. And the other issue is that it takes a tremendous amount of time to upload to YouTube and to Facebook. So go ahead and do some soldier kicks here. It was about 3 hours to upload to YouTube and 2 hours to Facebook. And that may be our Wi-Fi speed. But anyway, so I'm just going to do shorter videos for you more often, break them down into the components more than I was doing before. 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and roll the shoulders. Again, front to back always. And then, of course, always work at your own pace. Modify anything that you need to. Stop if you need some water. Please stay hydrated. Let's go ahead and do some neck rolls. Just a couple more of those. And tuck down to the bottom. All right, good. Let's go ahead and have a seat. Again, feel free to do these standing if you'd like to. I was trying to figure out how to place my camera so that you could see all the way down to my feet, but it's just not going to work. So I'm going to get closer to the camera. All right, so we are going to begin with some rows with our dumbbells. So rows are used to work on the muscles of the upper back, the biceps, and the shoulders. So make sure that you have a steady chair. Like I said before, make sure you don't have one on wheels unless it's pressed up against a wall, so it's not going to move on you. I don't want anybody getting hurt by their chair moving. So start by lengthening your spine, lean halfway forward, and bring your weights up. Elbows are coming up toward the ceiling, and your shoulder blades are coming in towards each other. So I want you to also visualize using the muscles of your upper back to initiate the movement. Don't think about your arms, don't think about your shoulders. Picture those big muscles. Those are your primary muscles. Make sure you keep breathing. A good rule of thumb is exhale on the exertion, inhale on the release. So exhale on the pull, inhale on the release, and make sure you relax your neck and your jaw. 3, 2, 1. All right, good. Go ahead and move forward in your chair about halfway. Again, make sure that chair is sturdy. Feet are underneath you. Lengthen your spine. We're going to bring our weights up, and we're going to lean back. Let those abs work a little bit, and then just press forward. Again, use whatever you have available for weights. You might have to do some modifications. Do the best you can. I know while we're all home, we don't have access to the gym, so we just have to make do with what we have available. Keep breathing through this. Stay in comfortable range of motion for the lean back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good job. Let's take a little break there. Now we're going to work on triceps next. So the backs of your arms, we're going to go back to that lean forward position. Bring your elbows up and extend your arms behind you. The key to this one is to stabilize your shoulders so that you're not swinging from your shoulders at all. Again, keep breathing steadily through it. Lock the arms, the upper arms in by your side so that you're not swinging at all. You're only moving at the elbows. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to go into some overhead presses for shoulders next. Begin to sit up nice and tall. If you need the support of your back of your chair for this one, go ahead and use that. You're going to begin and end with your upper arms parallel to the floor. Engage those abdominals to support your lower back. Pull that belly button in. Exhale, press up. Inhale, down. How you doing? Make sure you're breathing through it. Make sure you're relaxing the neck, keeping those abs engaged. You can also use different weights, different things that you might have around the house, or if you do have multiples on your dumbbells, if you do have dumbbells, so the bigger muscles, you can usually handle a little bit more weight for those. Lighter weights for the shoulders and arms. One more. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and relax those arms down for a moment. Make sure that you're breathing. All right, we're going to do a bicep curl with a little bit of a lean back to challenge the abs here. So you're still at the front half of your chair. We're going to lean back again without touching the back of the chair. From here, tuck the elbows in. You're just doing that up and down bicep. Okay, you can do these standing if you want to. Any of these can be standing, completely up to you, except obviously you wouldn't be doing the lean back, but we'll get to some more abs here in a moment. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so the only upper body muscle that we haven't addressed yet is the rotator cuff. We did a little bit of that with the band the other day, but you can do the same kind of movement with your weights. Now these guys are kind of big, a little bit clunky, but they'll work. Alternating hand on top, arm on top each time. Open and close. Ooh, there we go. Keep the elbows tucked in by your sides. One more. All right, so I'd like for you to put one of your weights down, and we're going to do some abdominal side crunches here. So you can do this standing if you want to. Just make sure you have a wide foot position. You're going to start by sitting up tall, leaning back a little bit. If you're in the chair, just a little bit. Crunch and press. So we're working on this side here, this oblique, your waistline. Crunch and press. Now, we did some chair abs the other day as part of the band workout. So make sure you check out that if you haven't seen it already. Good. One more this side. Get some shoulder in there too. All right, let's switch to the other side. Make sure you're breathing through it. Lean back slightly if you're seated and press. Crunch. So oblique on this side now. That's your waistline. We're going to do some rotations here in a moment. One more. All right, good job. Go ahead and take a break here. Big inhale, big exhale, and then we're going to do some rotations. So you're going to extend your weight to the front. Shoulders are back and down. Lean back a little bit. We're going to do the side-to-side rotation. Now, if you'd like a little bit more challenge, you have the option lifting that knee on the same side as the direction that you're turning. That is an option. If it's a bit too much, you don't have to add that in. And then your second alternative is to straighten the leg as you lift it. Instead of lifting with a bent knee, straighten the leg out. That's going to make it a little bit harder. Think of using your abdominals to lift your leg. One more. All right, good. All right, let's catch the breath. Now feel free to do multiple sets of any of those. If you felt like going through one time of everything wasn't enough, please feel free. Do a second, even a third set. All right, so we're going to do some leg exercises next. Go ahead and move back in your chair. You're going to rest your weight on one leg. Make sure it's always resting above the knee joint. And we're going to start with that out and in. So this is your outer glute, outer thigh. Two more of those. Good. All right, now we're going to extend the leg to the front. This is the quadricep lift. So you're straightening that leg, weight is still above the knee. Flex, lift, and lower. Try to think about that quadricep flexing to lift the leg. Those quads are very important for helping you get up out of your chair. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and switch to the other leg. I'm going to move my other weight out of the way, and we'll begin with the knee lifted. Tap out and tap in. Out and in. So it's a lift and tap. So think about that outer glute area, outer thigh area working. 3, 2, and 1. All right, quadricep leg lifts. Straighten that leg. We're going to try and focus more on the quadricep than the hip flexor. That leg is straightened. Try to think about that muscle working to lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good job, everybody. Let's go ahead and stand up. You're going to be using your chair for support. All right, so first one we're going to do a little bit more for that outer thigh before we put the weight down. So this time you're just resting it against the outside of the leg, lightly resting it there. Lift and lower. Use your chair for balance if you need it, but if not, go ahead and let go of the chair. 3, 2, and 1. Now while we're still on this same side, you can just let that weight rest down. You can't see it very well, but I'm lifting my leg behind me. So I want you to squeeze your glute, that's your butt muscle, and lift that leg up behind you without tipping the front of your body forward. I'm sorry you can't see that more. My chair's kind of in the way there. One more. All right, so that's working the back of the thigh and the glute. Let's switch to the other side. So we're going to start with the lateral lift called abduction, ABD. Just letting that weight lightly rest against the outside of the leg again, working on those great stabilizer muscles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to do the lift to the rear. Again, I apologize, you can't see that very well, but the key to this one is not tipping your upper body forward. Use the chair if you need it for balance, and just squeeze that glute. Lift the leg behind you. 2 more. All right, so you can put your weight down. We're going to do a couple of lower body exercises here behind the chair. We're going to start with a wide stance for this one. So toes out, and we're just doing some sumo squats here with body weight. So the key to these is just, I'm going to move the chair for just a moment so you can see it. The key to these is pressing those knees out, engaging the glutes, and keep the chest up, shoulders back, chin up. Now we're going to take up the tempo a little bit more here. These are awesome, not just for inner thigh, but for all of the lower body muscles. All the quads, hamstrings, abductors, glutes. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to finish with some calf raises. I'm going to bring my chair back here so I have something to hold on to. You can use it as you need it. Again, if you don't need it, challenge your balance. And we're just lifting and lowering the heels. So we're coming up onto the balls of the feet or the toes. Try not to roll the ankles in. Working on those lower legs. One more. All right, great job. Go ahead and do your downward dog. We did this in the last video, and we love to stretch the back, the shoulders, the hips, and the hamstrings. So you're going to stretch back, press your hips towards the far wall. Try to lengthen your spine. Get that stretch on what we call the posterior chain, the whole back side of the body. All right, you're going to slowly step in, come up. Remember not to come in too fast. And I'm going to finish with those upper body exercises that we didn't get to at the end of the last video. So we're going to start with that tricep stretch here. Just very gently, always in comfortable range of motion for your shoulder, but give yourself a little pat on the back. And then come across in front. Stretch your shoulder and circle your wrist. Circle the other way. Great job today, by the way. And then we're just going to do a little up and over, stretch the side. All right, so let's do our tricep stretch on the other side. You're gently pulling on that elbow to feel the stretch on the back of the arm. Give yourself another pat on the back. And then bring that arm across again. You're going to stretch the shoulder and circle the wrist. And circle the other way. And great big reach up and over. All right, then since we're in our chair, we're going to do a chest opener here. So you're sitting about halfway forward in your chair. Grab the back of your chair wherever you can and rotate the shoulders back, lift the chin, lift the chest if you can. Arch the low back a little bit here. And then release that out. And you're just going to roll those shoulders again front to back. Relax those shoulders down. Nod the head up and down. Again, always comfortable range of motion on any of these stretches. Now pause down at the bottom. Tuck your chin down towards your chest. Make sure your shoulders are still down. And then you can move a little side to side. And pause at the bottom one more time. All right, bring the head back up. We're going to do our final stretch here. Sit up as tall as you can. Inhale, great big reach up. Exhale, open out. One more time. Have an awesome day, you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm Lori, if you didn't catch my name yet, and I do fitness training for seniors and functional training. So I will continue making these shorter videos on a regular basis, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.